Ladies and gentlemen, all rise for the RankKing's court.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome. I know it's a new setup. I know. Don't reach out and freak out or anything.
What is this?
The RankKing's court is live. Tuesday. That is today. 6:30. We're here, boys. And yes, it is same location, just different venue. I'm trying some new things out a little bit. Just trying new things, new topics.
The RankKing is a very new person. He's very much into that. He likes experiencing new things.
It's very, very true.
Yeah, Denny, today is Tuesday, just so you know.
Yeah.
Tuesday! Oh, I wish the girlfriend would not call me while I am trying to do a show.
Oh, put her on speaker.
Yeah, it's like the...
What's up, Foreigner?
You know what? Hold on. I'll do that. Hold on.
Boy, this is not going to go well. This is not going to go
Hold
well
on.
at all.
Hey, honey.
I forgot you're at your show.
Oh, did you? You're live. Hello, RankKing's court. Say hi, Bree.
Hi, Bree.
Hi, Bree.
Say hi, Bree.
Hello.
There you go.
Chip wants to know where the couch is.
Oh, surprise me.
Like food or?
I don't know. Okay, whatever.
Okay.
Riveting content,
Riveting.
folks. Riveting.
Hey, I'm trying to get a sheets order in if you guys haven't noticed. So I'm just.
I thought you...
Well, while you do that, where are we, Greg?
Well, me and you are live today from Union Fitness Studios, located on the North Shore of Pittsburgh. Union Fitness is more than a traditional gym. It's a place where you can transform yourself inside and out with a variety of classes based around fitness, yoga, strength, and performance training. At Union Fitness, they believe that it is their duty to hold themselves and their clients to a higher standard. They practice what they preach and uphold the values that make Union Fitness the community that it is. Go to unionfitness.com today to sign up for a consultation. Through Union, there is strength. Did you get your sheets ordered?
No, I was just like, surprise me. So, yeah, she as soon as she picked up, she's like, I forgot you're doing your show. But she
We
called
forget too all the time.
We really do.
twice.
Yeah.
Twice was the. It doesn't matter. Chip says, "Where's the couch?" Well, this is not a typical setup. As I said, this is actually, I'm chilling on my bedroom, kind of like.
Yeah. Chippy's
eyeing
trying new
everything.
things. Austin's very much into trying and be new in 2022.
That
Hey,
is
that
true.
rhymed. Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, good job. You're a rapper.
I know, right?
So before we actually, let me see if I got these right here. Hold on. I want to see if this will be a cool one. I know I'm like way off.
All right.
Okay.
You're kinda
Hey.
hippie-ish.
Yeah, very much so.
Hey, it fits in today's topic, does it not?
We're not talking about something from the 70s, bud. So
Yeah.
you're not.
Well,
that's
No.
eh.
It's kind of
Yeah.
set in the 70s, isn't it?
No,
right, you know what,
it's not set in the
regardless.
70s.
It's set. Yes. Okay. Before we even get to that, because we're off track already, but let's move back to the fact of number one, new location. Number two, what am I drinking? Thank you for asking. So what I'm drinking,
You
actually,
didn't ask.
Yeah, no one asked that.
we have a
What are you
new.
drinking?
Oh, thank you. We are drinking a Throwing Stones, which is from Center Road Brewery.
Oh, nice. Nice.
It is a sour ale brewed with blackberries, peaches, and milk sugar.
Mm-hmm. If you would like more content about craft breweries, please tune in Thursdays at 7 o'clock for 2 beers deep between me and Deke as well. But this is Austin's time to have craft beer, so I'm gonna let him have
No,
it.
don't take it from him.
I know I'm gonna let him
It's
have
his
it.
show, and you're trying to steal it from
It's
him.
like a weird, because I've had a couple sips already before the very unpopular, I know, to crack it before the show and everything, but it's a weird flavor, right? It's sour and then it's like a weird aftertaste and it mellows with the milk sugar. The blackberry flavor is very there. Like it's smacking me in the face.
Blackberry works very well with like smoothie sours and stuff. I do concur with that actually.
Grind Project says, I'm never drinking again in my life until you drink again. That is always the saying.
That's true. It's very true.
So, let's talk about what we did last week. We had my buddy Nate on, and we talked all things Attack on Titan. And I must have made some impression because Vo almost told me that he almost started to watch the show.
That's a lot of
Almost.
almost. That's
Thought
a lot
about
of
it.
almost, yeah.
But I will say, you won the challenge
Oh, I did.
by
Look at
one
that.
vote, and I voted for you because at the time
Oh,
you
well,
were
that
down.
don't make it. Oh, wow.
At the time you were down like
Aw.
2-0, so I was like, I feel bad. I'll give Austin a vote.
Way to be a
But
friend.
I think you won like 5-4. You won by
Okay, I
one
thought
vote.
you originally said I won, and it was because of one vote.
It
I
was.
thought that's what it was.
It was.
But
But
I'm-
it's because of my vote.
yeah.
I'm saying
Way
I thought
to go,
you.
bud.
I thought it was because you said there was only one vote in the poll.
Oh no.
That's what I was a little upset about.
That'd be
That's
funny.
what I was gonna cry
That'd
about.
be really funny.
Not this time. Only when Foreigners on.
Yeah.
400 says Nate won. Glad you're wrong again, but it's fine.
Yeah. Also,
So-
it was very funny, like watching you having to annoyingly like reset Nate on the screen every single time because he was bouncing around a lot, like make out of.
Well, that's
focus.
just how he
having
is.
fun.
He
Yeah.
was having fun. I give him credit
Which
for that, but it was still
he-
really funny
he
watching you do
did.
that.
He gave
I
us a
know,
big
you
shout
have-
out. He gave us a big shout out on his social medias and everything after the show had been broadcast, thanking us and everything. And I know that as soon as the show was done, he texted me saying that was fun as hell.
Yeah, he
Let
had
me
a
know
good time.
if you ever want me on again, we'll do it again.
Yeah, no,
Nice
Nate was
day.
awesome. Chip says he is up to 3 friends. I'm trying to remember who are the 3 total now. Nate.
Oh,
I don't know, it's
we
like
have to name
Steph.
them now?
Yeah, that's the problem. Like Nate is now, I guess, one. I don't know who.
Chico,
Yeah, Chico was the second one. Who's the
Josh was,
Who's the third one?
Josh,
Josh.
fantasy football Josh.
Ah, that's right. Okay.
which somebody owes me something because we got to roll a clip back or something because I believe Najee Harris finished in the top 5 of fantasy running backs.
He actually,
where I said he
think he
would
did. Yeah, he finished top 5 in rushing yards this year too, so that makes sense.
So sadly, as we all know, the
Good job.
Steelers season.
Good job,
Yeah,
Austin.
thank you. Sadly, as we know, Steelers season has come to an end, but it's on to draft. It's on to mock drafts, which I've started about 5 already. So you know that that's going to come into play.
Yes, it will.
Hey,
Anything-
Austin, Morgan says Chipster has more friends than you.
That's definitely
So
accurate.
that is
That's-
accurate.
That's
I mean,
accurate.
we do
yeah.
know Chip.
That's
he has a
that's
lot of
hard
friends.
to argue. I mean, that's like saying, strawberries aren't better than bananas. That's a huge argument and topic for another day.
Yeah.
Which I've been okay. I know we're getting off track so much already, but Bree has told me that she wants a ranking show based solely on fruits.
Can you do one?
I don't know.
You could probably come up
That's
with something.
it's really tough.
Are you not a fruit guy?
Oh, I'm a fruit guy.
Okay.
I love me some
The
fruits.
top 10 could be like favorite fruits, and then like
Yeah.
radical ranking could be like something you mix fruits in.
Top 5 like weirdest looking fruit, like top 5 best tasting fruit or something like that. Or I don't know. Or your
Yeah.
top 5
Fruity
worst top 5 worst fruit.
A fruity show would be.
Because remember, fruit is technically anything with a seed in it. So
That's true.
yeah.
Hey,
That is true.
Austin, before we start the topic tonight, I just want to say something strange really happened to me today.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Mhm.
I got to work, sat down, was talking to my coworker, and my nose started bleeding.
It
Just
was
randomly.
it's
And I like it's weird because what's the topic for tonight?
Okay, that's what we're getting into. Topic for tonight, ladies
That
and
actually
gentlemen.
happened though.
it did happen.
I-
I'm
that-
not,
that
not
is
lying
dope.
about that.
The way
yeah.
he was
That is
retelling the
dope.
story to me, and it's very like detailed about
Yeah.
some of the stuff that happened.
But ladies and gentlemen, tonight's topic is all things Stranger Things, which I was sent a message by Vo that apparently we did 1 year ago today. We did our top Netflix. We did all things Netflix,
Mhm.
and our top Netflix show was Stranger Things.
I'm just gonna point
So
this out
it's
real
funny.
quick. Top 5 intro songs.
Yes,
All
and
of TV. Top 5.
and that bothered me too because when we were watching, Bree was like, "Can we skip the intro?" And I said, "We most
What?
certainly
No,
cannot."
you do not skip
No,
the
we
intro.
cannot.
You're like, give me that remote. We're not skipping that.
The intro,
No.
the intro like sets the mood. It's
It does,
perfect.
yeah.
It is perfect.
But so you didn't like force yourself on anything. Like you were just like You just sat down and your nose started bleeding
No,
automatically.
you remember Steve that was on the Fast and Furious episode?
Shout out to
Yeah.
Steve, by the way.
I was talking to him, and like I came in from the cold, so I thought my nose was running. I went like that and looked, and it was just everywhere.
Blood.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had to run to the bathroom.
Yeah, he said there was like a gusher apparently in there. So
Ew.
Yeah, I was like,
Gushers.
There's a gusher in my nose.
Gushers also have fruit. That's
they
all
do.
I'm saying.
Way to segue. Proud of you.
So let's get into
Wait,
this, man.
Time out. Grind Project never watched Stranger Things.
Oh, for the love
Even I watched Stranger Things.
Now, see, I can't say anything because, like, yes, we have, as soon as, like, the season starts, we jump into it. But like I said, Bree was never a TV person, so I had to introduce Stranger Things to her.
Okay.
And we finished it in about a week. Like,
Wait, did
all
Bree
three
play
seasons.
outside too, growing up?
She might have.
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
But who
I
knows?
understand.
Let's get into this because I want to get as much of this topic as we can of Stranger Things because I think it's one of the best shows on television right now. And a big reason why I'm doing this, not only did we binge watch it, but there is a new season 4 set to drop, I believe, in the summer of 2022. That is this year. It has been 3 to 4 years. I want to say 4 years. 4 years. Is that right? No, 3 years. 3 years since the last season dropped. Wow. So they're putting a lot of time. And I get it. It's COVID and all this stuff is happening, but they put a lot of time into this. And the first season started in 2016, second in 2017. And then season 3, they took a little bit more time in 2019. And now it's 3 years later for this upcoming season. So I'm excited. I know the viewers are excited. I know you guys are excited. So let's stop tallywhacking and let's get on to this for the first radical ranking of the evening. With every good TV show, there has to be things that provide a surprise factor, a spontaneous jump of energy from the crowd from what they're watching. So what we're going to get into the top Stranger Things twists. Things that I didn't see coming, things I don't think the viewers saw coming. Maybe it's just me, I don't know. But these 5 things shook me to my core a little bit when it came to this show.
Real quick, to Mrs. Glass in the chat, since you've only seen the first 3 episodes, then I would highly recommend that you maybe mute this
earplugs.
Earplugs.
Spoiler
on
alert.
Earplugs on this one.
Yeah, I was getting to that. Spoiler on 3, 2, 1. This whole episode. Spoiler alert.
Great.
Spoiler alert. So.
Oh, you can come back after this ranking.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Just killed our audience, basically.
If people haven't seen this, I still. But let's get into the top Stranger Things twists. Number 5. This was just sort of based on maybe of the amount of grossness that went into this. This was very like creature-esque. Number 5. This is the Mind Flayer creature itself from season 3. Like the actual creature being made up of melted people. It's just one of the grossest things I think I could think of. And I can't believe they even put it in a show. Like it felt very John Carpenter's The Thing, so to speak. Like, and that is a big thing. There's a couple episodes that actually drive a callback to that actual movie, which is awesome. So, but the actual creature itself, seeing it is gross.
But ironically, it kind of makes sense because The Thing came out in the 80s, and this is essentially when this show is set. So it kind of like makes sense from like the
kind of builds it into their story.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which I love when you go from season 2 to season 3, and it's supposed to be like a 1-year gap, and they all look like it's been like 7 years later. Like they're all just so much more like
older.
Older. So. But the actual creature itself being made up of people that are melted, the flayed, so to speak, as they call them, very interesting to say the least. And, you know, we saw glimpses of the actual, like, silhouette of the shadow of the Mind Flayer itself in season 2, but we never saw what it could have been in real life until season 3 hit. And wow, it was a surprise. That's it, our number 4. One of the more shocking things, because we thought it was going to be a very interesting romantic dialogue angle. Number 4, Robin comes out to Steve. This was huge, honestly, in my honest opinion, because the whole time in season 3, we see a character, Steve Harrington, with Robin, and they're slinging ice cream at Scoops Ahoy.
Scoops
Scoops
Ahoy,
Ahoy.
yeah. Like, look at those
Man,
uniforms.
this is so stupid. And the whole time, it's like these two are playing off a very, like, you know, band nerd equals like hot, you know, old popular guy kind of dynamic. And we find out when they're drugged, you know, by Russians, that when they come back up to the surface, that when they're throwing up the drugs, Steve is basically confessing his feelings to Robin. And, you know, we find out that Robin, you know, she said that she was so obsessed with Steve and what it was, but she wasn't obsessed with Steve because of Steve. She was obsessed with Steve because a girl was into Steve and she couldn't figure out why. And it was one of the biggest, like, shocks of the Stranger Things seasons, because never had there ever been like the LGBTQ ever come into these seasons at all. No. Like, none of it had ever been mentioned until this one scene. And I was shocked because not only I was like, dang, like, I just want Steve to find someone and be happy, man, because he hasn't had that since like season 1. Like, but also,
and even then he was kind of an asshole in season 1 too. When you think about it.
Yeah.
So,
exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, is that a donation? Is that a donation of a bit there?
It's actually an impersonation of Robin.
What?
Donation.
Which I don't know how you're gonna do exactly, but
yeah, I don't.
Denny, you've never watched Stranger Things either? Jeez. Wow.
Guys, y'all are under some rocks right now. I don't understand this. I know if Deke was in here, he'd be praising it because he loved the show.
Oh, no, like, I know Deke loves Stranger Things, but yeah, I'm very surprised how many people have either not seen it or seen little of it.
You all have to watch it after this episode.
I don't know how I'm gonna do Robin.
Just scoop some ice cream.
That's probably the best way. Pretend like you're scooping. There you go. There you go.
You're an idiot. There you go.
That was good. That was good.
The good thing is Foreigner doesn't know how she is.
That's true. So, that's very true. Foreigner's never seen this either, so really you have no idea.
He just nailed it right there.
Yeah, so yeah, you're good.
I don't know. The whole premise of, like, because the show in this particular season kept building and building and building to the point where maybe these two would actually be together. And wow, does it take a sharp turn where, you know, and it's not a bad one either, because the two, you know, you think Steve's going to get hurt in the end because of when she tells him, but then they just joke back and forth like they were at the beginning. So it goes to show of Steve's maturity as a character and how, like, socially awkward and dynamically powerful Robin's character was in season 3, to the point where I hope she's back in season 4, because I haven't seen anything that to suggest that she might even be in season 4, which is a huge mistake if that's not the case.
Yeah.
All right. So that is our number 4. Let's get into our number 3. Season 1, the fake Will body. So I have seen a lot of things to incorporate government cover-ups. Never before have I seen a government go out of its way where they fake the body of a child to throw everybody off track, to the point where the detective, the sheriff Hopper, goes to the morgue and to make sure that it's Will, who's the boy that has gone missing in season 1, who turns up, the body turns up in a river, so to speak, to show that he drowned and to throw it off. And he goes to the morgue and cuts open the body to reveal that it's stuffed
Yeah.
It's stuffed. What?
Yeah.
This is Build-A-Bear.
What? Like
This
I
is
thought
like
it
a
was
weird,
Will.
like I thought it was like bubbles at first or something, or like soap, but it's legitimately stuffing, like a bear, like a Build-A-Bear. Like this is weird.
Yeah.
And
Real quick, Foreigner asks, why are they dressed like sailors? And Miss Glass asks, well, so because the store they work at in the mall is called Scoops Ahoy, you know, like for sailors, and it's an ice cream place, basically. That's why
ahoy,
they're dressed as
matey! You
sailors.
want to get on the Banana Boat Express?
That's why, yeah.
God, if I ever had to work at that place, I feel like I'd quit in the day. Yeah, the whole aspect of there being a fake body, which the picture shows like the stuffing coming out of the body,
Mhm.
to show that Will's not actually dead, that
No.
he's somewhere, but we don't know where,
Yeah.
and that this government agency is trying to cover it up so much that they put a Build-A-Bear version of Will's body. I'm sorry, this is just a big thing because I just
Yeah.
when I saw this, I originally said, like, please don't cut into the body. Like, it's gonna be something weird, and it was stuffing.
Yeah, for people who haven't seen Stranger Things, basically all of season 1, the entire story is literally the disappearance of Will.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's kind of where it essentially starts off with, and then we basically work up into all the crazy shit that happens.
Oh, we
That's
got to
another
vote
bit.
for Greg to be the new ranking. Checks the comments. He's like, who said that?
He is not happy, huh?
Greg is the ranking
that's-
princess.
Yeah, that's
Is that better?
I don't know if that's better for Greg.
Is
Probably
that better
not.
for you? Does that make you feel
I
better?
mean, I think it makes him feel better, yeah.
I don't know. I don't want Greg to show up in a
He's
dress
so
too.
flummoxed from it. I love it.
I'm just like talking in the sense of The Rock. Know your role, shut your mouth. What in the world
Oh.
are they talking about here?
Yeah.
Tell him to meet you in the parking lot.
Yeah.
It's been a while since you said that.
That's true. Yeah, let's fight. I'll do it. Number 2 comes to us from season 2, and it is Will being possessed by the Mind Flayer. The Mind Flayer, who is essentially this essence, this presence that is found in the Upside Down, which is the Upside Down. It's such a weird, because it's when people normally see the show, they get it, but it's like now trying to explain it all in like a single thing. The Upside Down is essentially a different realm. It's a different dimension or world that Will gets caught up into in season 1 and can't find his way home. And in season 2, we find this presence that has attached itself to Will, being from season 1. It's looking in from the Upside Down through Will's eyes. And it is essentially what I could only describe as a giant paralysis demon, if I had to say
Yeah,
it.
That's a good way to put
that's
it.
the best way to put it, yeah.
It is a giant shadow creature, and there is a scene where Will confronts it only to have it, essentially one of the most disturbing scenes, I think, in the entire show. It lunges its shadow projectiles into Will's body, and we think that, okay, it's just doing its thing, and we come to find out later it's possessed him. It's using him as a spy to spy on the kids in the actual world. So it's a very interesting process. And when we find out that Will is possessed, it is one of the most tipping points of the entire season, because it was, quote unquote, when all crap hits the fan.
Yeah.
Nice save there. Nice save.
I'm keeping track of Greg's. I think he
Yeah,
has
I had
2.
one. I had
God
one,
dang
yeah.
it, I didn't.
I had one, yeah.
So, Will being possessed into. This is a tough one again, because number 1, it's like, if people haven't seen the show, this is such a spoiler, and it's just so annoying. But number 1 comes to us again from season 3. Hopper's death,
Quote unquote death, yeah.
quote unquote. I remember, because we had finished Stranger Things, I want to say last night. It was last night. And Bree was furious when supposedly Hopper dies. They're trying to stop this machine from opening the gate to the Upside Down. and Hopper gets trapped on the outside, and he essentially just does one of these things. It's the typical, like, I'm not making it out trope. He's just like it's like, no, you have time. Run to the exit. It's right there. What do you mean? And that's exactly what she was saying. She's like, the exit's right there. Just run. Why is it going to take that long? It'll take you just as long to get up there as it does when you two are doing the staring thing. But essentially, like, Will's mom turns the keys and the machine blows up. Essentially, what it looks like, obliterating everybody. It literally, like, shows the scenes where the people are in it and the people are, like, disintegrated. So we are presumed that Hopper is dead. Quote unquote.
Quote unquote. Yeah.
Quote unquote.
I mean, I remember watching that. I'm like, he can't be dead. Like, he's one of the main characters. Like, there's no way he's dead.
I'm pretty sure I swear in a season 4 like teaser they did show him. So I'm assuming he's not dead.
So we're gonna get to there, Greg. You're a little ahead, but yeah, we're gonna get to that. But yeah, it's hard to explain. In retrospective, because I'm going to do my best here for the people watching. Stranger Things is a mix of 80s retro, sci-fi, like horror suspense, kind of, because it's almost not, but at the same, like, mixed with also Scooby-Doo mysteries. Like, that's kind of what it's all for, that, like, rolled up into.
You laugh, but
no, but like. I never like I don't think Scooby-Doo when I watch this, but I mean I do get like some nostalgia from it, so like I guess you're not far off. I'll give you that.
So also, if anybody enjoys playing Dungeons and Dragons, this is a huge show for you to watch, especially since I believe a good portion of this is coming up to what we're going to talk about in Radical Ranking number 2. All right, gang. Radical Ranking number 2. These are the top questions I have for season 4. There's so much that has happened throughout these 3 seasons that when we find out the ending of season 3, we're just left with a what? Who? Why? Kind of thing. Like, and I want, like, these are the biggest questions that I have for season 4.
That's how you know a show hooked you, in fairness. That it, like,
it is.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, if I can sit down when the season drops and binge it all in one day with my friends, like, you guys got to watch this. And it's on Netflix. It's still on Netflix. Like, the fact that I'm very surprised at how many people in the chat have not seen this show.
It's only like, what, 8 or 9 episodes? Or is there more than
that?
It's like 8 episodes a season, yeah.
Yeah, 8 episodes. I think season 2 has 9 episodes, but yeah, it goes 8, 9, 8. But yeah, they're only like 45 to 50 minutes long, so it's not incredibly time consuming either.
No, not at all. So 400, Denny, get on this.
Everybody get on this.
Yeah, everyone that's watching that hasn't seen it.
Number 5, Callie and the other children. Where are they going to be? How are they going to play into this? So because the story relays and revolves around these group of kids, which they find this one girl named simply 11. Mm-hmm. And the only reason she is named 11 is because she has a tattoo of the number 11 on her wrist as a form of science experimentations that are being put on her because she has certain abilities. Mm-hmm. And all of these children have certain abilities because a teaser had dropped for season 4 in which it shows a scene of all of the children playing in the room when they were younger. And the individual that runs the, government agency comes in and simply goes, "Hello, how are you?" And they respond, "Hi, Papa, how are you?" Every certain individual child, from what I'm aware, has a certain ability. 11's ability are that she can use telekinesis and essentially like psychic abilities to move and force things to where they need to be. Callie, who is actually child number 8, who's pictured, she has the ability to make people see things that aren't there. So, for instance, in a scene, this biker guy is picking on 11, so she puts an image of spiders crawling all over him, even though there's no spiders on him. So all of these different children have certain abilities. And the teaser for this makes me feel like we're going to get more of a certain understanding of these other children. Because like I said, out of 11, we've only seen 2.
That's true.
There has to be more.
Yeah, Mrs. Glass said, so they're like Stitch, experiment 11 instead of 626.
That's a great way. That's honestly a great way to put it.
That's a good way of putting it, yeah.
Yeah.
So only they're children and not aliens. So, but yeah, I it's definitely a very good understanding of it. So I want to see exactly where these other children play into their abilities and if they show up, because there are rumors that Kali could be back for this season. Number 4, Demogorgon in Russia.
I mean, of all places for it to be, like, I feel like it's
Yeah.
pretty on brand for it to be in
I
Russia.
feel like anything could
Well,
be in Russia.
So season 3 focuses mostly on, being that it's in the 80s. I think it's like the 85. I think that's the exact year. So it focuses a lot of Russian infiltration of the United States government. And at the end of the series, we see that somehow the Russians have acquired a Demogorgon, which a Demogorgon, if you don't know, is a creature in D&D, but it was given this name simply by the kids.
Mhm.
So whatever this thing actually is, it's not actually a Demogorgon, but it's called a Demogorgon. And it's essentially this creature that's very skinny, but fast, strong, and its head almost separates like
Like a flower.
like a-
Honestly,
yes.
honestly, like it does
a
look
Venus flytrap,
Yeah,
so
Yeah.
to speak.
I couldn't think of what it
Yeah.
was called.
And the Demogorgon is the main, I guess, antagonist that you would consider focusing in season 1. And different versions of it play out throughout the different seasons. But we have to wonder why exactly the Russians have a Demogorgon in the first place. Because the Russians were trying to infiltrate the Upside Down to see what it is. I think that's the dumbest thing that they've tried to do in a long time. But you know what? Who knows, man? The Demogorgon in Russia is interesting because they're essentially feeding it. They're feeding it to count down their prison intake, from what I'm seeing. So it's essentially being used
Yeah, they feed
to
prisoners to
slaughter.
it.
Hey, quelling the
Yeah.
population. I mean, gotta do it somehow.
I just wonder if there's something more to it. Like if they're trying to understand more of it, of where it came from, but we won't know until season 4. Number 3 is an interesting one because it comes to us from one of the teasers. Who are the Creels?
I don't remember them. Are they
So-
season 3?
They are. No, this is brand new. Like this
Oh.
is season 4 trailer.
Okay.
What I love about this is that the Creoles are essentially, their house is what is in the neighborhood of the new location that they moved to. So the Creel house is somehow, the trailer focuses on a family pictured as they move to this house and things start happening. Lights start flickering, all this different stuff that happens with the Upside Down. And the next shot we get is the father figure standing over top of their 2 children that are dead. And then it cuts to the present, so to speak, where the kids are breaking into the Creel house to investigate. So somehow this house is going to tie into something of the Upside Down. But what I love most of all is the father figure is essentially going to be played by one Freddy Krueger, Robert Englund.
Okay, that's
Robert
cool.
Englund is coming to play Victor Creel.
That's awesome. I
I'm
love
very,
that.
very
That is pretty
excited.
I love that. I did not think. I kind of like was looking at the picture and like I was.
familiar.
He looks familiar, but I wasn't quite sure. But that's awesome.
Yeah, this is just his past self, I guess. But like not memoirs, the information that I've been reading specifically is, I guess, saying that he was disturbed. So I wonder if like he was so evil that the Upside Down took an interest in him in some way, in some shape. So it's very, very interesting. So I'm hoping that this adds a more horror-centric session or a more ghostly image of what this season could be. Because with Robert Englund playing the guy, like I can only imagine what the Master of Horror is going to establish for this.
Hey, awesome. We have 200 bits here, 100 from Denny, 100 from Foreigner. They both want to know what is in a Tom Collins.
Who is this Austin Ranking you speak of? I'm just Groovy Gary here to do the show.
Groovy Gary.
Groovy Gary.
Groovy Gary.
Oh my god. And then Mrs. Glass adds another 100. # justice for Thomas Collins.
Shag-offs. Let's move on to number 2.
Hey, we're on a hype train, though.
Oh, we are on a hype train?
Yes.
Dope.
We're on a hype
Okay.
train.
That's what happens when people donate because they want to know about a Tom Collins, I guess.
That is true.
Well,
Although they
Austin,
could
for number 2, if you use number 2, you could have went back.
I see what you're doing there. Number 2, time travel? Somehow, if you guys, which is hard because I don't think you guys have seen all the trailers and teasers leading up to this season, there is a clock in every single teaser.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I don't know. I might have saw one trailer.
Me too. I wouldn't know.
This picture comes to us from the Creel House teaser. There is a clock in the children one, and there is a clock in the latest one, which makes me think that tied to the Creel House, since it happened in the past, there is going to be something inhabitable with time travel in this, because for those that have not seen Stranger Things, it is very sci-fi.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you go into aspects of radiation and science experiments and all these different things. Why wouldn't you have time travel? Like, the fact that it hasn't happened yet is beyond me.
Just throw it in there.
It's
400 donated. He redeemed karaoke time to do the whole show as Groovy Gary.
That's. I don't know about the whole show.
how you doing? Hey, Groovy
What if we
Gary.
do the Austin's part of the great debate is Groovy Gary?
I like that. All right. Yeah.
I'll do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do
That's
that.
we need
better.
the rankings top 10. We
That's-
can't have Groovy.
Yeah, we
Groovy
can't. We
Garys.
can't do that. Then this whole episode just becomes like with a big asterisk. If that's the case.
True. But yeah, we have to imagine that the clocks, they mean something. It just has to feel like something's going to occur with time travel in this season,
Mhm.
which I'm stoked for, because it's funny, in season 3, the film that people are seeing in theaters, Back to the Future.
Oh, nice little teaser right there. I like that.
It is. And finally, number 1, again, it's spoilers, but we have to incorporate this. How did Hopper survive?
I was gonna say because I remember this. I remember this teaser, and I was like, all right.
He went to the police academy.
No,
That's where he learned how to survive.
So there's 2 aspects that I could be thinking. One, he just ducked below and was somehow able to survive the explosion and got captured by Russia, because in this teaser that is being witnessed, he is a prisoner in a Russian camp. So that's one. And 2 ties into my second one. What if Hopper was sent back in time?
Now you're starting to like really.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? But
yeah.
here's the thing. What if? Like, honestly, because the outfits a little bit make me, now I get it, it's like the entire presence of the 80s goes into this, but they all look like very old Russian outfits, like a Russian style that we haven't seen in a long time. And when I see this, that's what I'm thinking, because maybe that's how Hopper finds his way back to the actual like time frame, or to the actual world, is trying to get back to his own time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is huge when I saw this, because at the end of season 3, you know, we only presume that he's alive because someone goes up to a cell and goes, "No, not the American." So he's there, but it wasn't confirmed that he was alive until the first teaser was dropped for season 4 1 year ago.
It's been that long.
It's been a long time since this happened. Like, so he's very much alive. I don't know exactly where he is though, time frame wise. That's just my one theory. So I don't know. There's so much more that I could. Yeah, there's so much more that you could talk question wise, because I heard that the actual topic of Dungeons and Dragons is going to be huge in this upcoming season. For those that don't know, the first season starts off with the 4 boys playing a 10-hour long game of Dungeons and Dragons. So
listen. I love D&D, but I cannot do a 10-hour session.
That'd be a long.
No, that's way too long.
I've done it, man, but I it's been so long. It made me want to play D&D again. And it made me, when you guys did like the D&D thing for Thoughts on the Bench, it made me like, man, I wanted to do that so bad.
Yeah.
Like I wanted to shoot a flaming arrow out of my butt and burn the grass to the ground and give it my location.
It's fun, don't get me wrong, but like a 10-hour session, no, that's not for me. Like my D&D sessions usually involve copious amounts of either wine or beer involved with it, and that makes it more fun, but that
then you start making crazy decisions.
Exactly.
Make the game fun.
I can't do a 10-hour session.
But we should do a giant Thoughts on the Bench D&D session again, because that was watching it was fun. I bet participating in it would be spectacular.
Yeah, I think I'll be outside that day.
Oh God, you're such a nerd. Boom. I don't know. All right, we did our 2 radical rankings. It's time for hold on one second. Hey guys, it's Groovy Gary, and it's time for the great, debate. All right, gang, it's simple as this. The great debate is, what was your favorite season of Stranger Things? And why? I thought it'd be easy, because there's 3 seasons and there's 3 of us.
Very simple.
So
Good math, Gary.
Very, very good math, bud.
Hey.
Yeah. Foreigner, if you're still in the chat, bud, please give us a list. Pitter patter. Let's do.
that might be
Austin, Greg, Vo.
Sweet. All right. I don't know who this Austin is, but all right.
Yeah. So Gary, Greg, Vo. Yeah.
So Gary's going to start off right here and simply say that the 3rd season is the best, man. You have people getting essentially, what's the movie? Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Yep.
Like you got people that are turning into like different things. You got a giant flesh monster. You got Russians invading. You got people scooping ice creams in sailor outfits. You got the summer vibes of the pool and all this different stuff. It's so 80s that it makes me want to just go, all right. Like, that's fire. It's
don't
prime.
think that movie took place in the 80s, bud.
I took place in the 80s.
All right, that's fair.
Well, you got 500 bits for that, Gary.
Hey, the more the merrier, man. I mean, I could go on along and be like, hey, where are you 2 at? Is that some kind of location that I don't know about?
Yes, you do not know about it, Gary. Sorry, bud.
I don't know. I do not know. But yeah, man, season trace. That's what I'm going with.
Okay. For me, very simple. Season 1. Season 1 right away. I watched the entire first season in one night. It was like I think it was on a weekend or something like that. But it was because I heard a lot of people talking about it. I didn't just decided, all right, I'll watch the first episode, see what it was, and it hooked me right away. I got the nostalgia vibes were all over the place. The music was excellent. The intro grabs you like right away. For the record, I will put that out there. There's all this mystery involved with it, and this is gonna seem kind of weird and random, but the first thing that I saw when I'm watching this, and I'm like, wait, is that Winona Ryder in this? and then as I'm watching it, and I'm just like, this is even more 80s than I realized, because she was like the queen of 80s stuff back then, I would argue. So I just kind of get that. I got that vibe from it. So like just from it alone, like season 1, because it like grabs your attention, and then you're just like sucked in and you're just following along for it.
Taking it from me, man, being a groovy cat and all, she is one groovy lady. I mean, say the least. She's wonderful.
Johnny Depp would agree, bud.
She would.
Groovy
Yeah, he
Gary
would.
approves.
Mm-hmm.
Which leaves us then with one oracle there, man. Votash.
Well, I'm gonna have to go with season 2, and that is because they introduced Mad Max to the friend group.
Mad Max is awesome, actually, I will say.
So they met her at the arcade. She beat their high
Correct.
scores. That's how they met her.
Correctamundo,
You
yeah.
see the name Mad Max, you're like, oh, it's gonna be some kid, some boy,
Right.
right?
Mm.
Then she shows up and they're like, wait, what is this? And they all like basically fell in love with her. And then in addition to that, that's when Steve becomes basically like a father figure to the kids.
That's true.
Basically saves them from all
Yep.
the creatures that are attacking.
While still carrying around a bat with spikes on it,
Yeah,
too. So
basically.
that counts
Yeah.
on it, yeah.
So season 2 got pretty hardcore and led to season 3, and we'll see season 4. We'll see which one will be the best after the 4th season comes out.
Well, like that, I mean, you gotta argue in the fact here, man, of just how much season 2 brought us. While season 1 opened us up to a new sense of whatever, man, season 2 exemplified it. Like, you thought we're going here, actually we're going to the next level, and the next level after that, and the next level after that. So I don't hate it. I still think number 3 is the best.
That
As
is your
groovy as
opinion,
it-
Gary.
As groovy as it can be, man.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm going to do now is I got to finish this radical looking beer here,
Very rad.
which is just phenomenal. And we're going to take a quick commercial break, and I'm going to go find that Austin cat, the Rank King, and we're going to finish up the show, man, because
Thanks for joining us, Gary.
Yeah, we should have
Like,
you on more
can
often,
stop by
actually.
any time.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
sometimes
Hey,
Austin is
I'm
a
here
little
for
much.
all your mellow dilemmas. I'm here for all the groove, baby.
Mm.
That's just what it is.
I mean, you definitely like made the great debate a little more calm.
Yeah.
Less yelling.
Yeah, way less yelling.
Pretty chill.
I mean, who yells anymore, man?
You'd
like-
be surprised. Yeah.
Y'all gotta simmer down, man.
Mhm.
Simmer down.
Yeah.
Until then, drink, love life, and be back here when the season's up. See you soon.
Let's dive right into sports, as I have strong opinions on that. Which college team could beat a professional team in the same sport right now?
Okay.
There is not a single answer that is better than the LSU Tigers defeating the Cincinnati Bengals.
Even if I know the pitch that's coming, every other part of me is still normal.
That's why it's frustrating for me, Greg.
It's like okay, if I know what something is coming, I know ahead of time. I still have to be able to do the action to get the result that I need.
Okay, so they won 3 games in 10 years with 3 rebuilds.
I don't lose at arguments. All right.
Especially about fast food. So yeah.
You will never walk alone. Guess what? Now you will. Coronavirus.
I barely touch my girlfriend's cat. The most I'd be willing to do is like just kind of put my finger on its forehead and just like.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, with us is Alex Kazor from Steelers Depot.
We are live with Ryan Smith, professional cornhole player in the ACL. Ryan,
what all franchises were you able to work with in the NHL?
With Phoenix, Carolina, and Detroit.
No.
So here is Moorhead's ranking. Moorhead is my cousin. He is the rank king.
Higher
Top 10 extra Power Rangers.
Oh.
This is the top 10 emo songs of the 2000s.
There's only one correct answer for number one. Why is F is for Family better than Futurama when Futurama is like Star Wars for potheads? Like
I know.
Well,
We have one or two that are mad in the chat.
You're welcome for that.
Okay, we're gonna get banned.
Hey guys, welcome back. I took a little bit of a turn. I don't know exactly what happened, but I think I landed in the upside down, and now I'm back. What exactly? Can you guys fill me in? Because I was confused. Just trying to find my way out.
better you just kind of not know.
We did the great debate without you. This cool cat stepped in.
Yeah.
Pretty chill, pretty relaxed.
Kind of like the opposite of you, actually, which is kind of
Yeah,
nice.
so the great
it was
debate
it was a
was
nice
real-
break, yeah.
Yeah, real relaxing for once.
Yeah, for once.
Oh, he sounds like kind of a dweeb. I don't know.
He said meet him in the parking lot, behind the van. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
I-
I don't
that's-
know what that means.
That's all you, bud.
I don't know what that means either. But all I know is we got a top 10 for you guys right now. It is the top 10 Stranger Things characters. There are so many that you wouldn't think there would be so many, but there are so many. And I chose these specific 10 for reasons that I absolutely love. I think they bring such a phenomenal presence to the show that without them, it wouldn't make a lot of sense. So let's start off simply. Number 10, Erica Sinclair.
She's got a little attitude.
Yeah, the bratty sister of another individual we're going to talk about at some point. She kind of fits into her like a very side character role, so to speak. And we finally get her introduced in season 3 as an actual character.
I was going to say, because I don't remember her at all in either of the first 2 seasons, actually.
Yeah, she's kind of just there.
She was like, she briefly popped up here and there, but she didn't have like a main role.
Say hi to
in
Bree,
season
guys.
3.
Bye, Bree.
Hi, Bree. Bye, Bree.
So we finally find her in season 3 as she plays the card of the Scoops Ahoy thing so much that they give away free samples by the spoonful. And instead of paying for ice cream, she just asks for a free sample every time, even though she's had the sample already.
Mm-hmm.
And she even risks her life for free ice cream for life. Would you guys risk your life for free ice cream for
Hell
life
no.
for one particular store?
No.
Depends what kind of ice cream.
I think they had a lot to offer. I don't know.
Possibly.
I was going to say that
Would you?
Here's the thing. Cookie dough has to be on the table. But I don't think that cookie dough was shown. So
that's a bit of a bummer.
See, that's what I'm saying. It depends on the ice cream.
See, I can't just because like dairy doesn't sit well with me anymore. So like
me either.
So like it's not worth it. No.
Y'all gonna
it's
get
worth
lactate pills.
No.
Number 9. This is gonna surprise a lot of people. I didn't like this character as much as a lot of people did. Number 9, Mike Wheeler. I don't
I'm
like him.
surprised it's this low, but I could see why it's not.
I don't like him. And here's the reason why. I thought he was okay in seasons 1 and 2. In season 3, I'll donate 100 bits for this. He's a douche. He's a straight up douche. His ability to lose me almost through all of his scenes, they were almost just comic relief because of everyone else around him. Like, he gets dumped by his girlfriend, and then he wonders why he got dumped in the first place. And then he, like, treats his other best friends like absolute crap.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I hated him a lot in season 3. And that kind of determines why he was so low for me in this one, man. Just didn't like him.
Foreigner asked what character do you think I would be, and then he said, this looks like my character.
Well, to be fair, a lot of them spend their time outside.
That's
because
true.
they're kind of-
That's very true. But he's all technically Mike's also the DM too, and I can't see Vo being that.
No. Can you imagine a Dungeon Master campaign run by Vo?
No, would not be good. No.
And game's over. Let's all go outside.
Everyone's dead.
Number 8, the older brother of Erica. This is Lucas Sinclair.
Lucas is cool. I would hope that he would be on your top 10 at least.
Yeah, it's tough because he adds a very popular comedic element, but aside from shooting rocks with a slingshot, he really doesn't provide anything to the group.
You know what? You know what? Actually, that reminds me of when he did that.
Well, yeah, that's a big thing because that's when we were watching it. Like, Bree was like, "Are they gonna it? Like, is that what's gonna happen? Are they gonna it?" But yeah, I mean, he's there. He provides, and like I said, a nice comedic element, and just almost kind of like just putting other people down to be like his own thing, and it's fine given what the material was. But he's just kind of there. But I felt like if you don't include all of the kids, there's something wrong here. So he's my number 8. We'll go to number 7. The reason why Vo loves season 2 so much. Number 7 is Max Mayfield.
Max was a cool addition in season 2. I will say she added like a completely different dynamic to it.
Mm-hmm.
She added like the hardcore, like I guess it's like the hardcore
kid.
Oh yeah, she yeah, the tomboy, absolutely.
Yeah, because we didn't have that a lot. Like we had like 11 we had like 11 and like Nancy and Joyce as like kind of like our only female characters that were in the show, and they all
and
had
Barb
their...
and Barb. R.I.P. R.I.P.
Y'all need to. I'm not the biggest Barb trained fan. Y'all need to relax. But when I saw the petition and everything for that, I said, "This is stupid. This is like the Szechuan sauce thing for Rick and Morty all over again. They're just arguing to argue about something."
Justice for Barb, man. Just let it be. Let it be.
Choose your friends better. That's all I'm saying.
You're not wrong. Like, you're not wrong, actually.
You're right. Like, so I mean, Max is cool because, like I said, she's like the one girl that's like there. She's into all the boys like habits. She skateboards. She plays video games. She loves all the nerd. Like I wouldn't say loves all the nerd stuff, but she complies with the nerd stuff, which is what you expect the character her to do, which is great. And her romantic going back and forth with Lucas is absolutely hysterical in this entire like through season 2 or 3. The fact where like when we see that that when Elle breaks up with Mike, Lucas goes, "Well, Max has dumped me like 5 times and I've won her back every single time." Like, shouldn't that be a red flag? If you get dumped 5 times?
It's how you look at it, man.
I mean, I've been told I've been canceled every time I like walk through the door for Bree, so I don't know.
That's true, yeah. So I mean, you're fine.
Hey, Austin, was she in the All Too Well music video?
I don't know.
That's Greg's favorite song. His new favorite song, right?
Shoot me.
The 10-minute version.
Shoot me.
Let's hit number 6. The focus of season 1 and kind of the upbringing of season 2. Number 6, Will Byers.
Austin, I'm gonna be honest with you. think Will's a little too high.
A little too high.
Yeah, just a little bit. I don't know why. Honestly, I mean, I think it's because all first season, technically,
he wasn't in it.
He wasn't in it. I'm just saying, he wasn't in it. The whole story, literally, of first season is where is he? And then the second one, there is a mysterious type of thing going on with him and stuff. I get that, but I don't know. There's just something about him. I don't think he's one of the top characters in Stranger Things, honestly. I think a lot of bad stuff happens to him. Don't get me wrong, but
I mean, the third season is him basically trying to relive the days that he missed.
Right. So
come on, guys, let's hang out, let's play this, and they're like, no, we're on to this now.
Yeah,
we got girlfriends now. We don't. We live outside.
Yeah.
I don't know. So for a while, I thought this might have been too high, but it's funny I use this analogy. He reminds me a lot of Mokuba in Yu-Gi-Oh! Because he is essentially the one that is kidnapped and used all the time and just thrown to the shredder a lot of the time.
Austin, I like that. That's actually really interesting.
Right?
Yeah.
But I also, if you don't have those instances, you don't have the show. So the fact of the matter that Will is the one that goes missing, and there's so much time and effort to put in to try to find him, to his survival of trying to be in the Upside Down, to season 2, where he becomes this infamous figure, to season 3, where he is trying to live out the days of his youth of old, but he also is a huge part of the plot as he senses everything.
I think he's. I'm not going to deny the fact that he plays important roles throughout it, but I think just him as a character though is kind of
I feel bad for him. Maybe that's why he's so high.
That's
fair.
Bad. You feel sympathy towards him. That's fair.
Not bad enough that you didn't put him in the top 5.
No, let's not go crazy. There's certain individuals
for the kid.
belong.
He was stuffed with stuffing.
Wrong person.
Oh my god.
No. Number 5, the focus of the show itself, actually, which is why would she be so low? But number 5 for me is 11.
Wow, too low.
No.
Too low, man.
No. 11 is the focus of the show because we try to find out where she came from, why she inherited these abilities, but essentially, besides having these powers, until season 3, she doesn't do anything for me. And here's why. Because she doesn't have a personality. And I get that because she was locked essentially.
Well, there's a reason for that, though.
I understand that.
People are whole life.
I understand that. But the whole season 2 dynamic where she's locked in this house and everything, but she's not. She has everything, and I get it, you're limiting freedom and everything, but she doesn't see the bigger picture. She only sees what's in front of her at the moment. And that's the stupid thing that I hate about kids and just the ideology of today is that people don't look ahead. They only look of what's in front of them.
She doesn't know what the future is. She was sheltered her whole life. All she knows is what's in front of her.
But when she throws that giant tantrum, I was like, you suck. Stop. This dude is trying everything right now, and you're blowing it. But when she goes into that rebellious phase and finds Kali and then comes back, and then season 3, I hated every moment that her and Mike were together. Literally, I was just like, this is disgusting. I hate it. It's so stupid.
He's just don't like Mike. Yeah.
I mean, that's probably why you don't like Mike, so that might add to it as well.
Mike.
Austin, 11 was part of our Instagram little quiz we had.
Yeah.
And we had 30 people got that right, her name. We had 2 people vote for 7 as her name. And 3 people vote for Ellen. Denny was one of those ones that got it wrong.
Yeah, I was going to say.
He claims it wasn't him, though.
Oh, that's bollocks. But 11 for me is she's there. She's that Swiss Army knife of psychic powers. But that's it. So, number 4.
Psychic powers is just it.
That's it.
That's it. That's just it. I know it's a weird ideology of it. But number 4, the one that I was like, is the character going to get blown out of proportion for how crazy it's going to be? But number 4, Joyce Byers. I love Joyce.
Yeah,
I think
I love
4 is a good
Joyce.
spot.
I'd say she's definitely top 5. Because I mean, first season, like her whole character about like her just being on the warpath trying to find her son, like really kind of like puts it over the top and stuff like that. Even in season 2, where she's like adamant that something's wrong and all that too, is also up there.
Well, I find it funny that magnets fall off the fridge and she automatically thinks that there's something wrong. that the magnets aren't sticking. Oh no, there must be something wrong with the town.
Yeah, that's gonna be the problem with that. Is like Joyce is probably always gonna assume the worst now, just because of the crap she's been through. So that is probably gonna be the annoying factor about here. But in terms of like getting stuff done and all that, like she's great.
Yeah, I mean the character itself is fantastic. Like I would say her best moments probably were, she was okay. I think I would say like, you know what? No, I think she was great throughout the whole thing because, the anxiety-driven paranoia in season 1, the rebel take all back in season 2, and the piecing together in season 3.
Mm-hmm.
I think that all corresponds in her character, and it's very, very well done. Yeah. And I would love, graces to Jackie. She's a wonderful mother. There would be crazy amounts if I did say, like, if I didn't want Joyce to be my mom. Like, I think that would be cool.
Yeah. Punk Rock Princess, why does she look like a young Paul McCartney in this picture? This is actually the second Paul McCartney, the one that's, like, currently touring right now.
Be nice to Winona Ryder. It's a queen. Number 3, by far the best of the kids, hands down.
Yeah.
Number 3 is Dustin Henderson.
Yeah. That's very easy.
I was actually him for Halloween a couple years ago.
Oh, were you?
I had my Xbox headset, red, white, and blue hat, and
that's cool.
The wig.
When you think nerd, like this is 100% what you would think of. You had like, the kind of like, I don't know if you would call it like lisp or deformity with it, but you had that. You had the love of D&D. You had just the gracious amount to learn knowledge. There goes my keys that are thrown at me.
Thanks, Bree.
A Spider-Man key.
Oh, that's cool. Also, I do love how in season 3 no one believes that he has a girlfriend either.
Yeah,
which is hilarious.
Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, that he met at camp and
they randomly sing the song together.
Oh my gosh, that's the best part. Is like at the end when they're singing the song together through all the different turmoil that's going on in 2 different scenes, and Bree's just like, is this happening right now?
Yeah,
like, is this a thing? And I was just laughing so hard because I remember when I first saw that and I was dying.
Yeah, he was another one on the Instagram quiz, and we had 33 people get it right. 1 person said Justin, and 1 said Danny.
Is it Denny?
He might got this one right. He got the other one wrong. I know that for sure.
I'll assume the worst and say he got it wrong. Number 2. I wanted to hate this guy so much. But his character development is by far the best in this entire franchise. Number 2, Steve Harrington.
Yep, 100%. His redemption story is so great, especially at the end of the first season where you actually see him fight the monster with the bat too. It's like, all right, this is cool.
Well, you gotta figure in season 1 he is that popular, like, terrible kid, like just picks on people and everything, and then he gets the crap beat out of him, like absolutely crap kicked out of him by like the quiet kid, so to speak. And he's dating like the girl who like the quiet kid kind of has a little crush on, in Nancy Wheeler. And after that you have this whole romantic trifecta of like Jonathan,
Triangle,
Nancy,
bud.
Steve.
Triangle.
Trifecta.
Well, people, it's love triangle is kind of like the popular way to say it. Yes.
Shapes are things.
Yes, shapes are things. Yes.
But Steve Harrington goes from popular D-bag to almost like reluctant caretaker to.
He's like a role model.
I'll use that. Good one. So popular D-bag to role model to just lovable goof. I think that's where it stands because
that's actually a great way to put it.
We see in season 3 when he's scooping ice cream and Dustin comes home and it's just like Henderson. They're like fake lightsaber play. I was like, dude, this is hilarious. Yeah. Like, and the Robin's just looking all like, how many of your friends are children again?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, he's like their best friend now.
Yeah, and like he is essentially like the guardian of these kids and like the role model or father figure. He even gives Dustin terrible dating advice. He's just like, yeah, just don't care. Just don't care, man. Like, shine your hair up, don't care.
I forgot about that. Shine.
The hair scene at the end.
Oh, I completely forgot about that.
He's just like trying to hit on all these girls and they're like, no. And he ends up dancing with Nancy after she like pities him and like in the corner. All the girls like, whatever. Like, dance with this like older. So stupid.
You do that way too well, bud.
Believe me, I've practiced. But none of it compares to the #1 Stranger Things character, the one that I see myself as. We talk about like, you know, when the Grind Project asked, you know, which character does Vo remind you of? And, you know, he said Mike. #1 is Jim Hopper.
Mornings are for coffee and contemplation.
Yes.
First episode, one of the best lines I've ever heard in my life, and it's so true.
Whiskey. Jim is essentially the sheriff of this town that is just trying to cope with everything that is going on. You see just how much of a struggle that he's playing originally, just not even anything happened to him. Like he lost his kid to cancer. I'm assuming divorced his wife, or his wife and him are divorced, and she lives somewhere else. And he constantly, like, I should say constantly, from time to time, just calls her. And you feel that pain. You're just like, man, like he's in a rough spot, to the point where with everything that happens to him, he takes on the father figure role of 11. You know, he raises 11, and his rules and everything, not only are they simple, but they're absolutely hilarious because they're always broken. And he, quote unquote, to what another character always associates with him, to being a man child, where he will just rage completely for like no reason. He's just like,
that sounds like you.
Yeah.
It is. But I think the best scene of his entire character is when the first episode of season 3, where he notices that 11 and Mike are spending way too much time together. And he's just like, I don't like it. I don't like it. I want it over. I want it over. And when it ends, it is the absolute best scene because you just see him driving, huge smile on his face.
So happy.
Like happy that this relationship between two children has ended. And he's singing I don't know exactly what You Don't Mess Around with Jim, which is absolutely hysterical. Essentially building upon this like this God factor that he has again. Is like, yeah, you don't mess with me. I'm the sheriff. And when he like pulls Mike away, he's like, what's wrong? Like he said, like, you know, his grandmother was dying to just get him away. And she's like, what's wrong? What's wrong? He pulls him away. He's like, nothing's wrong. And he just like, it just talks to this kid. He's like, shut up. We're going to drive and you're going to listen. It is just one of the, maybe it's just because, again, I hate Mike, but it's so funny. And you realize that like later in like the seasons and everything, that he just develops this very teddy bear like enforcer character.
Yeah, that's a great way to talk about it. Yeah.
And, you know, the romantic angle between him and Joyce Byers in season 3 comes into play a lot, where, you know, he gets stood up at, you know, a dinner date, and he's so upset that he just orders a lot of bread, like just constantly just eats all the free bread and drinks so much. And he takes the liquor bottle to leave. I'm like, hey, you can't leave. He's like, I can do whatever I want. I'm a chief of police. It's like chugs it and like walks out.
Yeah.
And that nothing will ever. I remember the first time I finished watching season 3 when a tear came to my eye when we start reading the note that he left for essentially what was supposed to be the breakup between Mike and 11, and turns into more of a comforting thing. And it's, you know, when you don't realize what happens in like the end of the season or the beginning of season 4, it sucks. Like, it is a huge heartstrings. It pulls them, man. And it ripped them right out of my chest to where I was like, this is awful. Like, I'm going to cry. I'm going to bawl. I want whiskey. Like, this is bad. Like, this is real bad. And in a show that is presumably about like the exploration of children into science and mystery, he stands at the top of just being like the best character, and that says something.
That's fair.
He also was on the Instagram quiz. 33 people got it right. One person said Officer Copper.
I don't want to ask.
You know.
Oh no. Penny, just watch the show. For real. Here's the thing. When I say that Bree and I finished it in a week, like, there was time where we didn't watch it. Like, you could easily finish this in like 3 or 4 days. The entire series, to where season 4 is going to happen this summer. Please watch the show. Please watch it.
Yeah. No, like, honestly, like, if you like sci-fi, if you like horror, if you like just nostalgia,
like mystery,
like all that, like Stranger Things is great. I mean, I would highly recommend it.
And, you know, obviously if Bo watches it, that's another big thing.
That is true. That's
a
true.
Sci-fi person, so
yeah.
Season 1 like got me hooked on it, and then season 2 binged probably in one weekend.
Yeah.
Season 3 took me a little longer, but.
But, oh, excuse me. That's all I got for you guys tonight. I'm excited for season 4. I'm excited for people to actually watch the show. Please do. I'm excited that Center Road Brewing gave me a nice beer to try tonight. I'm excited that I was able to share another episode number 64, by the way, on our tally. We are really getting up there.
Yeah.
Like, feels like I add 5 years onto my life every time I do one of these episodes.
Well, also you drink while that happens, so that usually
could be it.
Adds to it as well.
Foreigner said I've never steered him wrong.
That's great praise.
Sure. I appreciate that, Foreigner.
So, until then, you can catch us, like I said, every Tuesday at 6:30. Please indulge in the fact that after this at 8, Deke will be streaming video games. Please go watch that and watch him either be good or bad at video games. I don't know which one is the best. So
yes, it is Twisted Tea Time with Deke.
It is Twisted Tea with D.
No, Twisted Tea Time with Deke.
Tea time.
Yeah, tea time.
Tea time. Should be Twisted Tea with.
Yeah.
That should be Twisted Tea with D. That should be what it is.
It's
calling it.
We're in the marketing phase right now.
I guess so.
Tea time.
But until then, everyone have a wonderful, wonderful week. Be smart, make great decisions, and we will see you back here for next week's episode, most likely with a guest. Not sure yet. Not sure what the topic is. It'll probably be the day before, like always. So until then, keep it real, people. Greg, court is adjourned.